What is going on, Mulligan golfers? I know this is the first time you're seeing this face after a very long time. So this is going to be kind of a two-part video. Part one, which I'm going to explain right now, we have been MIA. I don't have any excuses behind it. Between our busy schedules, the weather, and how busy the golf courses are to play on the weekends, we really haven't had a chance to play. So hopefully in these next couple months, if this weather gets better and our schedules start to clear up, we definitely want to start getting out there and filming again, even collabing with some people who have been commenting and asking. And we appreciate everybody that has been reaching out and asking, are you guys still alive? Yes, we are still alive, but very much just busy with like our personal lives. Hopefully with this new weather will bring up change a little bit of a schedule for us so we can actually start getting out there and playing. Well, it might take a couple rounds for us to get in there and actually be able to film ourselves like we were before. Not that we weren't that good then, but it's been a while since I played. So I think since July was the last time we played together and filmed, which is the video I'm working on behind me, which I still haven't finished, hopefully to finish soon. Besides that, maybe we played a handful of times together, which is when we can get the weather cooperates and stuff. So we hope to get back out there. Our goal was February, but with the weather, it's been really shitty. And every time we plan to go play, weather rains us out. So hopefully things change, and I'm hoping they do come the new time change. You know, we'll have more daylight. Hopefully better weather will come then too, so we'll start to pick back up on filming. Definitely want to start collabing with people, which kind of brings me to part two of this video. We've been getting a lot of comments from a lot of people across our socials, TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube. Not only how we're doing, if we're still alive. Yes, we are alive, so we appreciate all the comments. And two, we've been getting a lot of questions about how to do this, how to do that. And you know, I think in the last like month and maybe month and a half, I've done like a handful of like 5 or 6 different scorecards for several other YouTube golfers that are out there that are bringing their channel up. So it's been fun, been able to kind of like give back to the golf community in the form of like video editing. So this video is actually going to be a little bit of a breakdown, which I got as a comment, a gentleman on YouTube, but he asked me how I set up my Illustrator profile so that I can create whatever I'm creating scorecards wise. A lot of these questions come from that one video where I broke down how to design a scorecard, how to animate it, and then how to kind of implement it into Premiere as a Mogurt template. I think it was just a lot for people to digest in such a long video and so much information. So let's break down that Illustrator a little easier. This is going to be very rudimentary, so super for beginner Illustrator people. It's basically how to like undock panels and customizing it to how you want and whatever you want. Okay, part two of the video. I'm in a different location. If you go to my TikTok page, it'll explain more what's going on. The new setup behind me, I can't screen record and stuff like that because of the wide monitor. So long story short, I'll explain that in that video if you want to find out more. But for this case, Dogtown Golf, he asked me on YouTube, how do you set up your Illustrator file like that? Meaning all the panels and everything like that. So I'm about to show you. Let's jump in. So generally speaking, when you have Illustrator, it usually launches like this. When you create a new file, I'm just going to create one for the sake of it right here, just to kind of give you guys a template of what's going on. It creates everything. Usually the layout comes out like this. So Essentials workspace usually comes out like this. So the easiest way, and this is how I do it. If somebody out there knows how to do this differently, please tell me, because it's a little tedious, meaning it takes a little time to do it to set up the way you want to set up. So you can see, you can pop them out. You see all the attributes that you have that you want to work with. Generally speaking, what I usually do, Illustrator does a good job of batching things together in the sense of like swatches, color, brushes, things like that, all stay in one like group. So what I usually do is I usually drag that group out, drag all of them out. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but for this instance, this is the easiest way for me to show you guys how to do this. And obviously I work on a larger screen, and before that I used to work on 2 screens. So all these palettes I used to have on the secondary screen. So on my main screen, all I would have is the composition and the layers panel. That's pretty much it. So for this sake, I'm showing you how to do it where it's gonna dock inside the right-hand side of the panel. But even if you wanted to do this, all you had to do is just start it like this, and pretty much you build it out. So right now you can switch between all your things here. And what I do is, if you have enough room in your screen, is I usually just bring this down. You see that blue bar that pops up? It'll lock that in. Same thing with this guy, color guy. Bring that down and that'll lock right in. And so now what you do is you could take this entire block and you'll see a blue line that comes up across the whole right hand side of it. I'm holding it down so you can see it. That'll snap it right into place. And then it's gonna resize everything so it fits the height of your monitor. So then you can go in and kind of readjust things if you want, and you can actually add more things to it. So let's say if I was like, oh, I'll just keep my brushes in with all the color stuff. All I gotta do is just drop it in here, put it on the bottom part, and then readjust how you want. And there's your first panel, right? And then if I had symbols, I would just, so if you want to take a single element and dock it inside an already existing panel, all you got to do is hold it so the blue square comes across the whole panel. That'll drop it into that actual segment. And then you just kind of do the same thing. You just repeat yourself throughout. What I do is I keep paragraph there. I don't usually use OpenType for this. For example, I'll just dock it there. Then I'll take this whole guy and push it all the way until I see that blue line on the right. And boom, it sits in there. And then you just keep doing this with whatever like elements you want in there. If you go into window, you'll see all the attributes that you can put in there. I usually put asset export in there because I export a lot of assets sometimes out of here. It really just depends on your workflow and what you want. But in essence, that's pretty much all you're gonna do is you're just gonna expand open this thing. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of all aligned with copy. So then I'll just drop this inside copy again. And there it goes. Same with Pathfinder. And obviously my monitor is not big enough to like show everything, but you get the concept and you can keep doing this. So you could build out your palette as large as you want, as extensive as you want. You can have everything in there if you want. I don't use everything day to day, so I just keep the stuff that I think is like pertinent to what I use. And that's pretty much it. And that's how it kind of gives you the ability to create these like grouped panels. And then you can save this workstation, obviously. That's what I usually do. And so depending on like what I'm doing, if I have a social thing that I'm working on, I'll create a new workspace geared around specifically that. And I do that with Premiere, I do that with After Effects. I do that with anything that I need to like quickly get into. So if I have a 16:9 project, all of my workspace says 16:9. If I have a 9:16 project, my workspace says 9:16. So otherwise, that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy. I like these kind of quick tip videos. They're very easy to edit, very easy to put out there. So Dogtown Golf, I hope that helps you out. If you have any other questions, hit that chat or hit that comment section and I'm happy to answer it. But as far as the golf, and I'm itching to get back out there too because my swing is probably really bad right now. So with that, guys, see ya.